friends. I hope you will join in. I'm on Gene Valentino's Grassroots Truthcast. Be sure to watch it.
To celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7, I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
Welcome to Daybreak with Ted Tibbett and Michael Paul. If you'd like to call us, our new studio line is 268-1017. Our email is newstalk107.1@gmail.com.
60 minutes after 7 o'clock. Michael, the moment we wait for our weekly. A lot of fans out there of you and Gene Valentino and look forward to this moment on Friday.
I always look forward to it as well. We're happy to have our friend Gene Valentino with us this morning. He is the bright sunny spot on Friday at 7:15. The Velvet Hammer. Good morning.
Your Velvet Hammer has slipped in the back door. I got the box of donuts ready to go. And then I'm going to practice, pretend I'm into a Jenny Craig weight loss program.
Hey, look. You know, Fridays are always kind of fun. Now, this is taped and replayed. Obviously, you do this on your website. And anybody that wants to can go to genevalentino.com, by the way, and watch our morning interaction on Fridays at 7:15. Those are usually ready by late afternoon on Friday, right, Gene?
Yeah, we fashion them and push them out later in the day. We have 3 categories on the site now. It's kind of interesting, Michael. We have one whole area dedicated just to WMXI, and the other area is our Newsmax features, where I'm brought in as a guest to speak on different political, social issues of the day. And then the third one is how this all began, and that's it's called the Grassroots Truthcast. We www.grassrootstruthcast gets you to the same place. www.genevalentino.com gets you there. You can subscribe, and I hope you do. You can pick up Ted Tibbett and Michael Pohl's different episodes with us here on WMXI. And we have a whole library. My words, Michael, it's going back almost 5 years of episodes that we have together. I'm honored to library them for us. And I looked back at a few of them recently, and I said, "Oh my words, did we really say that on the air?" Oh.
We've gotten better, and you have encouraged me to dress more appropriately since we are going to be seen and not just heard. So on Fridays, I try to, as you can see, I try to put a jacket on and look nice. You always look nice.
I'm normally wearing a jacket and sometimes a shirt and tie, because when we're through with a WMXI episode, it's right into Newsmax. But today is sort of a casual day. It's casual for me, but meaningful. It's a day where we pause to really think through our heartfelt and gratitude to honor the brave souls who gave their everything for the freedom you and I talk about each week on this show. This sacrifice that many Americans have given echoes in every moment of peace that we cherish, and we cannot forget the brave, heartfelt souls of this nation who stepped up and stepped out to defend your right and my right to have this open and free speech, which we treasure right now on WMXI. I couldn't be prouder to think of that. You know, Michael, it sits against the backdrop of something a little bit more grave that we also have to put into perspective, and that is you and I are a little older, and we remember the days of the Watergate affair,
Oh, yeah.
going back to the Nixon administration. Ted does too. I know that, and it was during that time we were embarrassed. We held our head low in shame because of the abuse of government that Richard Nixon was accused of. Folks, whatever the Watergate affair represented in American history, it pales now in comparison to the atrocities of the Democrats in the United States Congress and the former administration, the Biden administration, that perpetrated one of the deepest frauds on America, which is yet to be revealed. Stay tuned. We are about to witness the prosecution at all levels of government of Joe Biden, transcending down to 4 to 6 layers. We affectionately refer to it for convenience as the deep state. But the deep state has polluted this constitutional republic, and they didn't do it overnight. They did it over decades. Since the Watergate affair of the 70s, we have seen bad actors intend to take down America. And on this Memorial Day, I beg all of you to take a solemn moment and think through everything good that you can appreciate about this nation. We are a nation also of self-deprecation, meaning we're the first to criticize ourselves. But it's time for us to step up and step out and stop demonizing America and defending it for all its virtue. Well, it was just yesterday or the day before on the news, Michael, we watched Donald Trump slam the South African president for the atrocities against white people in South Africa, which resulted in us having to take in immigrants from South Africa as quickly as possible on an emergency order and to get them stabilized here in the United States. Why? Because reverse racism is occurring now in a deep way, and we're watching white people having to come to America to protect themselves from the atrocities, the massacre, the genocide that's occurring over there now. And Donald Trump gave that president a little dose of his own medicine. These actors thinking they're lined up at the door to come in here to seek favoritism from the United States. And what Donald Trump showed them was a qualification process that if you're going to expect some love from these folks here in the United States, you best be on your good behavior. And massacring white people regardless of their race, regardless of their nationality, is an atrocity unto itself. We have witnessed in plain view, back to the Biden administration, we have witnessed in plain view the complete attempt to take down America. And to think right now today, so you asked me to come on for this morning, and I'm saying to myself, what's the hot story of the morning we want to talk about? How about the fact that a deep state cluster of people around Joe Biden, starting with his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, and let's name 6 more around him, hiding the fact that Joe Biden, the president, the 46th president of these United States, was compromised. And you're going to tell me that he knew about all the pardons? He signed off on Donald Trump makes a news story about it and has everybody watching him signing proclamations and acts into law right in plain view. Joe Biden didn't even know about some of the things he was signing off on, which tells me that if he was signing off on stuff that he did not know about through the auto pen system, might it be, and stay tuned, folks, might it be that in the next 2 years, we're going to witness in plain view of null, making null and void the proclamations and enactments that Joe Biden signed to allow all these criminals to go free, pardons up and down within the family and beyond, hundreds of people, the Hunter Biden laptop story and the Russian collusion, 51 people around him in government that were given pardons before they were even accused of anything. Why?
Yeah.
Because they knew they were going to be accused of something. And so Biden advances out of, now you're telling me he didn't know? He didn't know, he wasn't aware. And prosecutor H-U-R-R was H-E-R-R was saying on the record before Congress that the old man is not of sound mind. If he did not know that he signed a pardon, is the pardon legal? Is the pardon enforceable? I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think so. I got an idea. Let's go back to the Supreme Court of the United States and ask for what's known in the law as a declaratory ruling or a declaratory judgment. Let's ask the Supreme Court, are these pardons enforceable? If the person did not sign them, if an auto pen system did, and the president of the United States, Joe Biden, didn't know it was even coming, it was even happening, to me, is a pardon that is no longer enforceable. It's null and void.
It's treason.
And begs treason. You're correct. If it begs treason, we've had this in an earlier conversation. Let's get a damn constitutional amendment in place, please, that defines citizenship, that defines who has the right to vote, and defines treason. There must be an amendment to our Constitution that creates a felony type penalty that puts you behind bars, whether you're an elected official or all of the staffing folks underneath that cooperates and conspires to promote personal gain of that elected official at the expense of you and me, the citizens. To me, is the biggest crime we've seen. Nancy Pelosi coming out of office in her elderly years with over $100 million of net worth, knowing when to vote for and against certain bills, knowing when to cue her husband to invest in stocks on Wall Street. I should be so lucky. I invest and I guess every day, but I don't have any insider trading knowledge the way she did. That is a felony. That should be a crime. That should be prosecuted. And I pick on Nancy Pelosi, but it's the whole deep state operation of another 100 to 200 people around her that have had the chance to ferment this wrongdoing for years, Michael.
Yep. One of the interesting things about what you just mentioned, the auto pen, and they have now, this is not breaking news. It's been happening over the last few days, but we are seeing where there are some whistleblowers coming forward. One in particular, not named, who has said there were three that were actually controlling the auto pen, and that President Biden had no idea what they were sending out in his name. He had no idea. So if we can identify what those were, then we know through his testimony that these particular orders, whatever they were, pardons, orders, they were not legitimate.
Well,
so the first person now that comes out is usually the one that gets the best deal. Remember that. So,
and that is so true. And my regret is there's probably dozens more that are willing to talk, and they need to come out, and it needs to be prosecuted. Donald Trump, has his inner circle, not with old timers like Pelosi and Maxine Waters and Adam Shifty Schiff and Jerry Nadler and the rest of the gang, Schumer himself. These folks are in their high 70s and 80s. Oh, no. Trump's got people half his age around him. because he's preparing America for the future and securing America. And on that note, on Memorial Day, Michael, I couldn't be happier than to be with you, honoring all those people who have given up so much of their lives to protect this nation. It's going to be a pleasant Memorial Day weekend for me and Maureen.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Ted and I both served, and we appreciate that. This is not about us, though. It's about the ones that gave the ultimate price, and we appreciate each and every one of those souls. And we will be praying for them and thinking about their families this weekend. Gene, have a great Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you next Friday.
The very best to you and all of yours. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hi, friends. Gene Valentino from the Grassroots Truthcast. You've got to join us not only for the great shows and entertainment and guests, but you got to join us because our sponsorship is growing, and it would mean a lot to them, not to mention me, if you come on board. And the one we're featuring this week is Luis Sanchez from the Cigar Shop. He owns a company called La Tradición Cubana. The Cigar Shop, Miami, Florida, since 1995. This Luis is really one heck of a guy. He's determined to manufacture cigars based on an unprecedented excellence in quality using old-fashioned Cuban methods. The cigar isn't always cheaper, but it is better. And if, like you're drinking a fine wine, you got to have a fine cigar, look for Luis Sanchez at the Cigar Shop. He helped me find a nice Connecticut wrapper with a Nicaraguan blend. And this cigar has become not only my enjoyment, but this cigar has also become my brand and my marketing tool. If you notice up close, we've got a little label he's put on there for me. And that's my website, genevalentino.com. It's at the Grassroots Truthcast. Now, here's the deal. You go to thecubanshop.com, find the cigar you want, and Luis will throw in the labels for free. But you got to tell him Gene sent you. Tell Luis Gene sent you. The labels are free. These are $50 to $100 values based on the count. And you can get this to become part of your branding experiment. I'm using this with my guests on the Grassroots Truthcasts. This could be your brand on your product, your service, anywhere in the world. Look for Luis Sanchez at thecubanshop.com. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your smoke.